Hello and welcome to Women of Woodworking Wednesdays. I'm Katie and I'm just going to hang tight for a few seconds and let some folks join us. Hope everyone is doing really well out there. And hello. And don't be shy. Please say hello, where you're from. And if you're able to work on anything right now, let us know what's going on in your shop right now. This live stream is every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you follow us at Women of Woodworking, and also we are on Facebook as well. So if that's something I haven't really promoted a whole lot, we are on Facebook too. So, all right. So I see that our special guest is here this evening, so I'm going to go ahead and bring her in. But we have Jess Budnick of Blonde and Burl Wood Company. She was our feature today, so let's go ahead and bring her in. Some of her amazing work. Let's see if this comes in.
Oh.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. Hang tight. I just realized I don't have so I want to be able to hear you.
Okay.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we're connected. Sorry about that. Hey,
That's
welcome.
okay. Yeah, thank you for having me, Katie. I appreciate it.
Yes. So how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. Got everything done I needed to get done so far today, to be able to come on in here and do this. So just a little frenzied right now. It's starting to rain. I'm in the shed, so I'm gonna get a little
Oh
wet when this is
no.
over.
Oh no. So you work out of your shed.
Yeah.
So what kind of skills are you like looking at right now as kind of like adding to your repertoire? What's really like is intriguing you to learn? What do you want to learn about right now?
Um, I guess just being able to work with more power tools, like being able to I don't know, make bigger stuff, right? And to make bigger
Right.
stuff eventually, like we talked about before, maybe one day I'll be making furniture. Who knows? So I really have to learn the basics, how to properly get things drilled. But right now, like we're in the process of building a deck right now, which is something that I've never done before in this carpentry job. So really just learning the basics. But one thing that I have been tasked with at this job is to nail down the software working with a CNC machine, which
Oh
is
wow.
whole new to me. Yeah. So he's got this CNC machine and wants to get it up and running. And we have the capabilities with that to make all kinds of stuff. So that's the one skill that I'm trying to hone in on right now, on top of just the basics, working with new hand tools. Learned how to use a router the other day, which was super exciting. We worked on a really cool farmhouse table from some recovered pine from a historic house. So like we've we're doing a lot, learning how to properly clear coat stuff. So I'm hoping out of this, I'm gonna have a whole new set of tools in my toolkit, not just physical tools, but skills that I can actually turn to and maybe do stuff out of here.
That's awesome. And I mean, like, you talk about learning a CNC as a skill. That is like, could get a college degree in that,
You
like
really
you,
could.
I just really love your ambition, and I just love that you're not afraid to take on a challenge, and especially with all the handwork you do, it does make sense to possibly get a CNC to handle some of
Yeah.
that for you.
It
So
will
yeah.
handle some of this stuff, but I actually enjoy the handwork. It's almost like a form of meditation these days. Like sanding doesn't require a whole lot of attention. So, and like I said, that's the most of my stuff. Sanding stuff on the belt sander, when that fine grit, you know, 800 plus, doing all of that by hand. So that's nice, but yeah, CNC machine will definitely make some of my pieces easier. But I don't want it to take away from the fun, tiny bits and pieces, the key differences when it comes to stuff when you're working on itty bitty, like just handmade stuff like this. I don't want to take away from that.
I know exactly what you mean, like especially with the sanding, like you can kind of get lost in it a little bit.
Mhm.
I've always been envious of people that like knit or crochet because they can like watch TV and sit there and do
Yeah.
and like sometimes I feel like I have to laser focus in on what I'm doing. But you're right, doing some of the detail work, you can, as long as you know exactly when to stop, and is also
Hmm.
with like muscle memory, you get that over a period of time
Yeah.
doing that. And I mentioned that in the article. I love just the little chamfer on the tie bars that you make. I just thought, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
She goes the extra mile for that detail. And I make tie bars and I don't do that. So I was really like, wow, like that's
It's the
impressive.
little
Like,
things. Yeah.
yes, yes, and that's what sets you apart. So, I did
Thank
see we
you.
had some questions come in here. So let's see.
Okay.
Hello and welcome everyone.
Rifles and, buying laminate stocks or
Mhm.
uh, I don't know what material they use for them off the top of my head, but he really liked the wood. So it's gone from him progressing into just getting chunks of wood, making a basic stock, to now he's also, we talked about the fine details. He's gotten into hand checkering the grips, tiny little inlays in there. He's also he's the one who taught me how to use all of the epoxy resin in all of my pieces, because he had a really cool maple burl piece that had a big chunk taken out of it, that needed to be where the handle was. So we filled that, and I got a ton of gorgeous scraps from that, which I thank him all the time. I'm just like, thank you. These are dope scraps. I love these. I'm definitely going to use these. Can you put those aside? Please don't throw those away. Those don't go to the burn pile. Those go to me.
Well, that's awesome. So he's, I guess kind of relatively new to woodworking as well. Did you have another creative outlet before this? Have you always been kind of a creative person, or is this like your first big thing?
I feel like I've always had a lot of like creative energy, but I never really had like a true outlet. Like growing up, everybody's always buying me arts and crafts kits, like, 100 packs of markers and paints and stuff as gifts, birthdays and stuff. So like I always had those. There was always something. And, took tons of art classes throughout school. I was an elementary education major, actually. I taught elementary school for 3 years when I got out of college. So
Wow.
that required a lot of arts focus. So I've always been really arts oriented, but turning away from, you know, moving from college to career, I think I kind of lost that side of it. And I've always been that person that lived by that quote. There's like that thing, it's like you need three hobbies, right? Like you need one to keep you creative, you need one to make you money, and you need one to keep you in shape. Well, I had the money one because I was doing, I had a full-time job, but I also had like a dog walking business, like through Rover,
Oh,
that I
cool.
did. I still do. So that one was the money one, and it was fun because four-legged friends are awesome. And then
Yeah.
the workout, exercise for 30 minutes a day or whatever, that's fine. But I didn't have that. So this has really probably been the most fulfilling because it's kind of covered. I wasn't doing it for the money in the beginning. Like I had the dog that was making me money, full-time job, but this
Mhm.
this has really turned into all of my creative focus has gone to this. So I'm really grateful that I found something finally to kind of like keep my brain busy. Like we get so distracted with stuff, so it's really nice to be able to come out here on the weekends when the weather's nice, have the door open, dogs in and out. He and I are in here getting filthy, just dusty, and it's nice to tune out, have a beer, and just make stuff. Flat bottom line, just make stuff.
That's neat. That's really cool. So, do you feel like your marriage has like enhanced a little bit since y'all have both found this creative passion and are spending so much time in the shop together?
Yeah.
That's a question I always get with Joe's like, how do you not kill each other? And it's like, well, we actually don't even notice the other person is here half the time. So,
No,
how's it work for y'all?
we've been together for 5 years, and I always wanted a hobby that we could do together. Like, we're both really outdoorsy. We like camping. He likes fishing, hiking. So we were both really into that, but that's really a seasonal thing. So we didn't have something we
Mhm.
could do together all the time. And when he started to show me, how to make all these stuff, we started making the jewelry together, and then I did it on my own. like you're talking about, there's nights in here where we'll be in here together for hours and not talk. I'll
Hmm.
have my headphones in, he's got the radio jamming, and we just tune in and tune out. I know he's there, walk in and out. Hey, do you need a beer? I'm going to the bathroom. Let me know what you need. Come back in.
Yeah.
Like, so I think it's really probably enhanced it. Yeah, just we spend time out here together, even if we're not talking. It's just, I
Hmm.
know he's there. So,
Well,
and if
that's
I break
cool.
anything, he's there to help me fix it.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Nice. Nice. Well, awesome. Well, is there anything else that you kind of want to add on? I mean, normally I'd ask people, do you have shows or markets coming up? But I know with everything
I know.
happening, I don't know. It seems like you do a lot of online engagement, which is really cool. And it sounds like that's working out for you.
I'm trying the learning how to market online. I mean, I do all of this myself. Like I did my website. Like I've never taken any business classes or anything. So it's just a learning experience. When we are doing markets, I think I've said to my friends that have been with me every time, or whether he's with me or not, like I learn something every time I go to a market. And the online market we had last weekend, I learned even more from that because I had to figure out how to invoice people through Shopify, just not shopping directly through my website, but on Facebook through this page of just photo albums. So it's just like it's something new every day. I mean, but the creative side and merging with the business side, that's the hardest part of all of this. Like, how do I continue? If I want to work for myself, I got to act like it. So how do I continue a learning process and not burn out? Like when I started doing this in the fall, you're just cranking. I'm having so much fun doing it, working out in the morning, going to work, coming home, being out here. It's like a 16-hour day, and you're just like, I'm exhausted. So trying to learn not to burn out, take breaks when I need it. Like if I'm tired, I don't have to come out here and do it, even if that's the hard part. Not no burnout, because I'm one of those people. As soon as I get tired, I'm like, screw it, I don't want to do it anymore. But I haven't gotten tired
Oh,
of this yet. So
well, there you go. There you go. If you're spending 16-hour days, working and going out there, I think you're pretty well hooked.
yeah.
So, I have been doing this for almost 10 years now, and I still struggle. I was actually thinking today, like, what should I do in my studio after the live? And I was like, no, you need to go upstairs and eat dinner and, like,
yeah.
um, be a normal functioning human. So that's
Yep.
awesome. I'm gonna look through here through some of these comments. I know we've had some pop up. Oh, hello from Kathy Budnick. She's so proud of you.
Oh, that's my
Hi,
stepmom.
Phoebe.
Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it when family tunes in. Hi, stepmom. Phoebe Everell, great to connect with the live feed this morning in Australia. Hello, Phoebe. I've been
Wow.
following you for a while, so it's awesome. You get people from all around the world. Well made home. Hello, hello, friends. That classic pairing now still in such a smart way, and it was still
Hmm.
bold, but the epoxy didn't take away from the burl at all. And so just comparing your creative style in your work, also with your website and your brand, you just do a really good job of telling your story.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Now that I just gave you like a marketing critique, sorry. um, but anything else? I know you obviously are here on Instagram. You
Hmm.
have a website. Are you on any other
Yes.
social media channels?
With the Instagram and everything, all the links are shoppable, which also means that I have a Facebook page for my stuff. So, everything that comes from the Instagram also goes to the Facebook page that people can like and follow. So, regardless of what social media you're on, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, which I feel like is probably the most widely used, I
Mhm.
have each of those. So you can find me either way, no matter where you are.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, Jess, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I just appreciate
Thank you for
how
having
engaged
me.
you've been and sharing your story, and I'll be sharing your pictures on the feed here over the next couple of days. So
Oh, thank you.
I really love the ones, I can't remember the name of them, the Luna earrings. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Like when you
yeah.
sent me that pic, I was like, yes, yes,
I
those were the
held
ones I
on
had
to
been
that
eyeing.
piece. That piece of Buckeye Burl, I stared at it for probably a month because I was like, as soon as I cut this, that's a commit. So I have to
Yeah.
know exactly what I'm going to do with it because I can only get so many pieces out of it. You know, these scrap pieces are so small. So, you know, if you cut it and you cut it wrong, you get a funky angle in it with the bandsaw, it's done. So I was like, I'm going to make some cool stuff out of this. So everything that came out of that burl piece was one of a kind. So those Luna earrings are the only ones that are ever going to be there.
Ah!
Yeah, which is probably the most exciting thing that I like about what I do because it's all small batch. You know, like I can really only make 3 to 5 duplicate pieces out of what I've got, you know? So everything is super small. So even if it's not one of a kind, you might be one of 3 people that has that particular piece, which I think is super cool. Just the little stuff, super exclusive.
Yes, and each little piece has its own little characteristics and grain patterns. So
Yeah.
even still, and it's neat how they fit together and flow too. I know exactly what you mean. That's
Yep.
awesome. Yes, yes. So you've only been doing this for what, like 6, 7 months? And
Yeah, we
I mean,
started in August. Yep.
yeah. So you talk like you've been doing it for decades. So.
Oh, thanks.
So awesome. Well, Jess, thank you so much. Everyone, be sure to go to the link in my bio and read her profile. Be sure to follow her, Facebook and Instagram. You can go to her amazing and beautiful website. And don't buy the Luna earrings because I want them for myself. All right.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Katie.
much, Jess.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Awesome. All right. Let's see, we've got a few comments here. Bell Made Home, love your work. Yes, isn't it just like so it's just it's the clean lines combined with the burl. I love it. I love it a lot. I love it. So yes, go read more about Jess, get to know her. Um Obviously she's gonna be going places with her craft with that amount of determination and ambition she has. So on to some other things. I have some exciting announcements. I have partnered with the Florida School of Woodwork to do 2 virtual workshops. Speaking of social media, next month, May 14th and May 28th. I believe they're both on Thursdays, and they're going to be 2 45-minute sessions each. One will be on Instagram, the other one will be on Facebook, and I think $25 gets you both classes, so it's a really good deal. But what we're going to do is just kind of demystify all the craziness behind social media marketing and being a maker and a small business owner. Marketing is one of those words that can kind of overwhelm people. You think, I don't have the money for marketing, I don't have the time for marketing. Well, through the last 10 plus years of me being a maker and artist and marketing professional myself, I've come up with some clever ways that you can market your business pretty much entirely from your phone for free. And these workshops are just really supposed to be small, Zoom virtual workshops. So we will be able to interact and things like that and ask questions. But go to the Florida School of Woodwork. They're at School of Woodwork on Instagram. And if you go to their website, you can sign up there. They also have some really awesome, I think Mary May is teaching there right now, a wood carving class, some other virtual classes coming up. Kate has actually, Kate Swan, the founder of the School of Woodwork, has joined us on here before, so hopefully she'll be in the next couple of weeks again or here again soon. But check them out. She's doing some really amazing stuff and is bringing a lot of really great people into the school there. I think she's been open for probably a year or two, so still relatively new down there in Tampa. But yes. So, and obviously, if you have been tuned in since the beginning, if you're just joining us, Jess Budnick was our guest this evening, and she is also the newest profile in the essay series. So Women of Woodworking, whenever it started out as just an interview and essay series with me kind of promoting it on Instagram. Since then, it has grown, which is just amazing. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. I have the landing page on my website, ktthompson.com. However, the essay series is now being moved to medium.com. So even though you can still go to my website and link in and find all of the previous profiles, and I'll link you to some of the other ones, the website medium.com will now serve as the home for the publication Women of Woodworking. So go to the link in my profile and you can find it there. And I think we've got a question. We've got someone asking, looking for a female carpenter to help me build a line of desks. Any ideas of who to partner with? Well, Dana, you've asked to be in the video, so let's see if you can join in and we can have a little bit more of a conversation with what you're looking for. Maybe we can find someone, maybe somebody is watching, maybe somebody will watch this on YouTube afterwards. Let's see if we can help Dana out.
Hi.
Hi, Dana, I can't see you yet. Oh, there you are. Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in LA. I just got done with the run, so I'm a little sweaty.
Oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. You got to be kidding me.
I'm training for I'm doing a virtual 5K this weekend for a nonprofit. So I was like, I got to get my run on.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thank you for tuning in. So you're in LA, and based on your comment, you're looking for a female carpenter to help you build a line of desks.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
So in and out there, I'm trying to get closer to internet. Can you hear me okay?
I can now.
Maybe I was better down there. Let me see. You never know with Wi-Fi. Is here better?
I think so. There might be a little bit of a delay still. Okay. Yeah, and Instagram sometimes it's just been acting up. Okay.
I know.
I can see you blink when you blink, so you're not frozen.
Okay, good. So I'm creating a new company called Her Desk, and essentially about 6 months ago, in a nutshell, I work from home. I run my own business right now, and I wanted to buy a desk that was made by a female or woman-owned company, and I wanted to buy something that was ideally sustainably made as a conscious consumer. And I just wanted some, like, I thought were basic features of a desk. Like, I love to Post-it note all over the place on my desk. So I wanted like a whiteboard top. I always have a drink, so I thought a cup holder would be great, to be able to pick my hardware and accessories. Anyways, long story short, I looked everywhere, like Wayfair, Office Depot, Target, Overstock, everywhere. And everything was crap. It's so basic, and it was awful. Obviously not female owned, obviously not a small business. And so I decided to build a desk. So I had a girlfriend of mine create some CAD drawings and create a prototype, and kind of like I need to figure out manufacturing. And I want to hire and I want to work with other women who are skilled in their craft. And so I came across your Instagram channel a little while ago, and I don't know. I'd love your advice or opinion or thoughts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm glad that you found us, and thanks for following, because I really do want this to be kind of like a bulletin board of sorts where people can come and say, hey, I want to connect with a woman-owned business. I want to connect with a woman carpenter. I want something custom made by a woman, and we kind of help point you in the right direction. So it sounds like, is this something that you wanted to be like a one-off, like custom made for you? Or do you see this, like you say, a line being something manufactured, starting your own business?
Yeah, my goal is to launch a crowdfunding campaign. So
wow.
Yeah, so I want to turn this into, as soon as I mentioned it to a couple friends, it turned into everybody was like, I want one. Where is this? And I was like, it doesn't exist yet. So like I have the CAD drawing, I got a prototype built, I have the website, like Instagram channel. So it's like it will be a business, but I do want to start small and then grow, right? And understanding I don't want to compromise quality.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if crowdfunding, there will be 10 desks that people want, right? Or if it turns into 500. And it's an interesting time now with everybody working from home. I had originally, I just let my dog out. This is Malo.
Oh, hi. Oh,
He's a Labradoodle puppy. He's a quarantine puppy is what he is.
yeah. Oh,
But everybody is working from home. So I was like, maybe now is a good time to test this out. Everybody's needs some space to work from.
yes. This would definitely be a good time to get some feedback on some things.
100%.
So,
Yeah.
have you prototyped anything yet? Have you like made a desk for you, or is this still kind of exist in CAD drawings?
Yes, there's I have 3D renderings and I have a physical desk that was built for me. That wasn't built with a CNC machine, just hand built.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome. Well, the big thing that comes to mind to me, and I'm in South Carolina, so I'm on the other end of the country, but
Yeah.
there's a huge market in North Carolina. It's usually twice a year called High Point Market. And I'm not
Yes,
sure
I've
if you're,
heard of this.
yes, so I'm not sure. I know they had to cancel, I think their April one, and I don't know, it's usually April and October. But
Okay.
look into that, and that will kind of give you an idea of going to High Point Market is where designers, makers, manufacturers, kind of the whole home furnishing design industry meets. And it's
Okay.
just like there's so many buildings, it's almost kind of overwhelming. So if you do decide to go to something like a High Point Market to try to meet people and network, I would suggest that you kind of look ahead of time, try to identify a couple of businesses that you definitely want to talk to, or some kind of like maybe on the list. Of course, that way you're not, wasting your time with people that might not be able to help you or wouldn't be interested. That would be a good place to start, is finding smaller. I mean, there are huge manufacturers there, and then there are smaller manufacturers there too. So I have friends that make furniture, out of their garage in Ohio, and we'll go there. And then also, there's those huge names that you recognize anywhere in the world. So
Yeah.
that's a good resource to kind of see what all is out there. I'm sure with you being in Los Angeles, and I'd be happy to put the call out for you, even just so you can have some conversations with people. And maybe you partner with kind of an artisan, a craftswoman, so to speak, and y'all work on building this like really fine final piece, and then find the manufacturer. You'll be able to figure out your path. It sounds like you already have like your business plan like ready to go. You're just like connecting the pieces here. So
Well, and that's a great
so
point. It's like manufacturing and carpentry is not my skill set. I'm a marketer, digital marketing by trade. That's what I do for a living, which is obviously really a need right now. But yeah, to your point, having almost like, I would probably want to go to that event you're talking about with someone that's an expert that can help me ask the right questions, or I won't know the abbreviations to, I'm sure, a lot of terms in building. So it's also to have somebody there with me that understands the right lingo and language. It's a great, yes, I would absolutely love any recommendations of the women that you work with or know that can kind of be a consultant for me, really.
Absolutely. It sounds like that's what you need, is someone to kind of that knows the back end of things and can kind of put all the pieces together, because sometimes when you go to those big markets, it can be overwhelming, and you do get people that are just kind of trying to just do business and aren't really invested in your mission and what you want this to be. I know Las Vegas has another market. I think the same company actually does a similar market in Las Vegas. I'll definitely find you whenever we lock off of here and connect with you and send you some
Yes.
links. But I definitely want to help point you in the right direction because I love your idea, and
Thank you.
it sounds really smart. So and when people say I've never seen anything like that, that means there's a need. So
Yeah, I mean, that's where, I mean, that was it, right? I was like, this is a problem. I was like, if I have it, someone else must like feel the same way. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Or
I'm
those things like you don't know
sure.
you need it until you see it.
That sounds like one of those things for sure. Because like I
Yeah.
would have never thought about a whiteboard on a desk, but as soon as you mentioned that you do Post-it notes, I mean, when I worked in corporate, I was like embarrassed for people to come in because it would just be Post-it notes
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah. All over like my second monitor. Yeah, totally.
Yes,
Yeah.
everywhere.
So yeah, I would love like it's herdesk.co on Instagram if you want to check it out, and you can DM me afterwards. But
Sure.
my dog is not eating my shoe, so I'll let you go. But thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so
for,
much for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I look forward to chatting with you more.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Take care. Awesome. Well, if any of y'all can help Dana out with her amazing idea, definitely get in touch, let me know, and I'm going to help connect her because that just sounds like a product I need. Thank you so much for tuning in, Dana, and jumping in. I love it when people are like eager to jump in. And I was kind of doing my guests on here that way at first, but you know, I realize every week I might not get someone that's brave enough to jump in and go on live. So oh, there you go, Dana. Thank you. Herdesk.co. Y'all go follow and check that out, and I will definitely be in touch. But yes, not a lot of people are brave enough to jump in on the live, but I love it when they are. So, all right. So back to our other announcements, and I kind of mention this every so often. I get contacted a lot on how to be featured on the Women of Woodworking project, and the best way to get involved is to use the hashtag Women of Woodworking. I check it quite frequently, and I post quite a bit from there. I do check some of the other hashtags out just to make sure I get a good sampling of the community. I'm not limited to just that one hashtag, but if you definitely want me to see it, use that hashtag because I will be sure to see it. You can tag me in your photos, all that sort of stuff. I mean, just be shameless with it. I know some people get annoyed whenever they are tagged in random stuff, but I love it because you never know what you're going to learn. You never know what you're going to see or new accounts you're going to find. So don't hesitate. And that is actually the point, of, like I said, of this project is to connect people. So, and share your stories. And that's a good way to do it. I am working on more features. So like Jess's feature today, I sent her 5 questions. She answered and sent me some answers, and also sent me a few pictures. And then I did a full essay write-up, which you can find the link to in my bio. So those are what I technically call like my essay features. So I'm looking to do more of those. And then from there, I pull for Instagram and other social media. And obviously then tonight on the live, Jess was game to jump in on the live. So if you get featured, you're going to get asked to join on a live. So be prepared for that, but no pressure. But yes, just use the hashtag Women of Woodworking and just get in touch. Send me a message. Say, hey, I'm starting my business, or I work out of my garage, or show me your latest piece. Just get in touch. So that's the easiest ways to get featured and get involved. And again, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So there's a lot of other channels that you can go and engage us on. Speaking of YouTube, we have a new YouTube channel. So I've been having the hardest time recording and saving these live streams. However, I'm hoping Instagram now, they have on other accounts that I manage, but have allowed for you to save the lives, save your Instagram lives, and then also post them to your feed. So what I have started doing is somehow getting a recording one way or the other, and then also adding it to YouTube. Because I wasn't able to add it to my feed for a while. So if you go to YouTube, you'll be able to find, I think, the past 2 weeks of live streams. That's what I've got. So you can check up on or catch up on there. And then also this one will be added as well. So you can always reference it later if you or can't think of some information that struck your brain whenever you were watching. Other things, I mentioned this already earlier, but the written series has been moved to Medium, so you'll still be able to find the landing page and everything on ktthompson.com. However, the actual profiles themselves will be on medium.com and just linked from my website. How Medium works is you do get a certain amount of free articles to read every month, so that way everyone can still read it and access. That was really important to me. However, you can sign up to kind of engage and read more articles and things like that. And there are publications on Medium. So Women of Woodworking is actually its own publication on there now. And I would like to eventually get to a point where we have some guest writers, whether people want to do a personal essay, if they want to do a write-up on a show they've had or went to. I would love to get other writers involved and really help grow this. See, I'm so ambitious. I was like, I want to do video, and I've been saying about that. And now that I'm starting to do that, I'm like, hey, let's do this too. So lots of ways to get involved. So, all right, let's see. Awesome, Phoebe. Yes, we can connect for sure. I'd love to be involved with you too. So yeah, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to reach out. So, wow. Tonight was pretty action-packed. I love that. I really do love that. I love it when people are engaging and excited to be a part of this. Any other questions anybody has? I'll hang out here for a few more minutes. I know sometimes it takes a minute for the questions and comments to come through, so I won't log off real quick. But it is, I mean, it has just been an awesome evening with lots of good conversation. Just a reminder, we are here every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So next week, we'll be back with another live stream. I also do a furniture making live stream 3 days a week. My husband, Joseph Thompson, his handle is at JWT Woodworks. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern on his channel. We do furniture making live streams. And today we actually did a Q&A and talked about Instagram and social media. So if you're interested in that topic, go to his page and watch his live. Those are also on YouTube too, so that's another option. But yeah, today we had a good conversation about getting artists involved in their own marketing and social media. And I joke that Joseph was a great case study because when we met, how we kind of started hanging out was he hired me to kind of work with him because he had an email address and business cards. He didn't have a website. He didn't have any social media pages. And it still took me a good 4 or 5 years to get him to get on Instagram. And so it was good to have that discussion with him. So, and that also brings me back to my classes, School of Woodwork. Check them out. You can sign up for the digital marketing classes, social media classes that I have lined up with them next month. So let's see, I'm not seeing any other questions coming through, but I really appreciate all of you tuning in and joining me in on the live. Again, we'll see you next week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern here on Instagram. And be sure to check out Jess Budnick's profile at the link in my bio. All right, take care.